interesting that there was something always telling me, don't go over there, don't bring your stuff to that man's house, don't let him know where you live, don't involve yourself with him. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? You guys, I'm so scared right now. I don't even know why. I feel like y'all gonna yell at me or something. But your girl is back on YouTube. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like, I'm shaking. Like, first of all, let's address the change, which is my channel name. So if y'all didn't know, I changed it actually like 2 or 3 months ago, maybe even before, to Boujee Hustla, because that's who I am now. I'm no longer XOXO. Who is she? She is a thing of the past, okay? We don't know her. I feel like it doesn't really exemplify who I am anymore. I really don't care who y'all think I am, but I'm showing you what I'm showing you. So there you go, Boujee Hustla. That's the name of the channel. Also, I'm testing out some new foundations, you guys. So if they don't really match me too well, that's why, okay? I'm not colorblind. I'm just testing stuff out. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup while I tell you about the dating pool. So this particular experience was about a year ago. I hope my memory doesn't run out. I can't believe it was almost a year ago. Wow. And yes, my brows are already done because I had errands to do earlier. There's that. So I'm gonna work on my eyes first, and then we're gonna do the face. All products will be listed down below. You guys, I'm sorry I'm all over the place. Again, bear with me. This is my first time back in a very long time, so I gotta kind of get into the groove of things. Okay? Don't come for me. Thank you. So I moved from Orlando. If you guys did not know, I live in the Tampa area. Okay. And I've been out here for about a year and a half. How do I like it so far? It's very lonely. All of my friends are back in Orlando, which can take anywhere from 1.5 to 2 hours to reach, depending on traffic. Most times 2 hours, because people just don't know how to drive. What? This is cracked too? What the heck? Y'all, I've been trying to find a mirror. Hold on, let me see if this palette is... Please tell me this one is not broken too. What the heck do I be doing? Oh, thank God. Okay, we have a good one. So yeah, so people just do not know how to drive in this area, and it's so annoying. And I'm sorry if y'all... I'm sorry if you can't see. Can y'all see? Hopefully you can. But anyways, hold on. I can't do this and talk. Hold on. Basically, since I moved out here, I had no desire to beat my face or anything like that. Crazy. And the way I just shaped my brow, like, I didn't miss a beat. Yeah, girl is blessed. So anyway, I moved out here a year ago, and I don't have any friends. So about a month or 2 into living out here, I decided to sign up for the gym because I literally was just tired of, you know, racking my brain, working, and then not being able to do anything after I'm done draining my life away, you know? So I decided to get my aggression out by going to the gym. So I signed up to a Planet Fitness because that was the only gym that I knew of. And initially, I wanted to go to Crunch in Orlando, but I wasn't sure if they had a Crunch location out here because I live on the outskirts of Tampa. It's like an up-and-coming city. So I almost just knew, I was just pretty sure they didn't have it. Come to find out they did, and it's much closer to my house than the Planet Fitness that I go to. But I had already signed up to Planet Fitness, and there was some eye candy in there that I didn't mind looking at, you know? So I was like, I'll just keep this membership for now. Basically, my life was working, going to the gym the first couple months while I was out here. And then one day, I just had this craving to go to a Chinese restaurant. And basically, it was just overwhelming. But this particular restaurant, their food smells delicious outside. So I'm just like, yo, I really want some Chinese food. And also, guys, I'm using this palette from Makeup by Yolando. It's the collaboration with Melissa, Beauty by Melissa. It's an old palette, but I still use it. It's the bomb. It has all the colors I need. But anyway, going back to the story. So I was really craving this Chinese food, and so I told myself, because I had a full day ahead of me already, so I was like, okay, when I get done with my errands and going to the gym, I'm gonna go get this food from the Chinese restaurant. Yes, I'm going to get Chinese food after going to the gym. Don't judge me. I want what I want. So I also had looked up reviews, and they had some really bad reviews. They were like rated a 3 point something out of 5, and it was like a low 3 point something. And I was like, you know what, that food probably slapped. I don't know what it is about Chinese restaurants, but when the reviews are trash, the food be excellent. I just knew that I had to make my way to this restaurant. So I told myself, because the restaurant during the week, and it was a weekday, they closed for 10 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym for 9, make sure that I'm out of there by 9:30, because from my house to the restaurant, or not my house, from the gym to the restaurant is like a 8-minute drive. And since it's nighttime, there wasn't gonna be any traffic, so it could have been like a 6-minute drive, you know, the way I drive. Tell me why I lost track of time, and next thing I knew, it was 9:50. I literally wanted to cry because I wanted that Chinese food so bad, you guys. Like, I don't think y'all understand like how bad I really wanted that food. So anyway, obviously I couldn't eat that food because they were gonna close before I got there. Even if I called ahead, like, they weren't gonna take the order. I just knew it. So there was another Chinese restaurant that actually was closer to the gym and on the way to my house as well. So basically, okay, from my house you have to pass the plaza with the Chinese restaurant that I wanted to go to, but then there is another plaza with a Publix and another Chinese restaurant which is not affiliated with that one, and they are also on the way, but they're further away from my house, but they're closer to the Planet Fitness, and then the Planet Fitness is at the end. So basically it's like Planet Fitness is point D, the second option is point C, my first option is point B, and then my house is point A. Okay, like that. So since I'm at point D and I'm not gonna get to B in time, I was like, let me try C. So I look up C online, and I kind of just didn't get a good feeling about going to this restaurant, but I really wanted some Chinese food. So I just told myself, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I really wanted the Chinese food, right? Boy, listen, I think it was God telling me not to go there, because for whatever reason I still went. I still took my behind over there and went. Biggest mistake ever. That's how this whole story began. So I go into the restaurant. There's this big truck. It looks like a Infinity or Escalade of some sort, parked in the area that says no parking, clearly. And they're sitting there with their bright ass headlights, and they're beaming in my face, and I'm coming from the parking lot walking right in front of this truck. So whoever was in that truck, I could see they were staring at me, but I didn't pay them no mind, because again, I'm on a mission to get this Chinese food and nothing else matters at this point to me. So I walk inside and I walk up to the window, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat. Okay, so as I'm looking at the menu, I hear the door open behind me, but I didn't turn around to like see who's coming in, because obviously, why do I care? I don't know anyone out there, or out here, excuse me. So I'm just, you know, continuing looking in the menu, and then something in my head say, hey girl, you might want to move out of the way, because this person might be waiting on you to place your order and you don't even know what you want to eat. So I turn around and it's this guy, and I'm just like, ooh, he's cute. That's it. That's all I said in my head. I didn't say nothing more, nothing less. I didn't even give him the indicator that he was cute. I just turned around, looked, and I was like, sorry, I didn't mean to be in your way. I don't know what I want, so you can go ahead and go. So he was like, oh no, ma, it's no rush, it's no rush. Oh Lord, here we go. Once he said it the way he said it, I already knew what time it was. So I move over to the side to continue looking for my desired dish of the night. And he was like, yeah, I already ordered my food, so I'm not even pressed, or whatever he said, something along those lines. And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I just go right back to the menu. So then he walks up, and the lady's like, you know, how can I help you? And he tells them, you know, he's picking up his food. So while he's waiting for them to finish putting it together, he turns around and I don't know why I felt like he was looking at me, so I look up and I turn around to see if like maybe he's looking at his car, because now I realize he was the one who's in that truck. And he's like, "Excuse me, Mom," and I'm just like, yes, he's from New York. I was like, "Yes." He's like, "You know, I don't mean to like bother you or nothing, but you know, I just want to tell you you're so beautiful." He's like, "I never seen someone so beautiful." Da 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 da. And I'm just like, "Oh, thank you, whatever." You know, he trying to, you know, spit game, whatever. Like, I already peep what he trying to do. So then he's all like, so he's just like, "So were you coming from the gym?" And I'm just like, "Yeah," because, you know, I mean, it's not always the case though, so that's why I wasn't too slick with him, because there are days where I have my gym outfit on because I have every intent of coming from the gym or go to the gym, and then I don't go. So it just be an outfit I just wore for no reason. So anyway, we get past the small talk, and then he's like, you know, if it's not too far, can I get your number? And in my head, I'm saying, "No, girl, don't give it to him because you're not interested in distractions, and he's going to be a distraction, and you're not even that interested. You just think he's cute." And so I'm saying all this in my head, but what does my mouth say? "Okay, sure." I was like, why did you do that? At that point, I gave him my number. Second biggest mistake I made of the night. Lord, 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 y'all. I'm sitting on my bed trying to do my makeup and tell y'all this, okay? So, because I don't really have a setup over here. If y'all are wondering, I'm staying with my mom. I was trying to buy a house, basically, and I didn't really pan out the way I wanted to. It's very stressful trying to buy a house in today's day and age, so I'm here until I figure out if I want to rent again or if I want to try my luck one more time with buying something. Yeah, that's basically why I left where I was in Orlando, was to buy a house. And like I said, it didn't pan out. Oh my gosh, no! Y'all, I don't know if this is concealer or if my lipstick busted open, but I have like my makeup sitting on top of my laptop. Let's just say my laptop is done for right now. I'll be right back. My leg fell asleep. Help. The pressure is getting worse. Okay, I think there's life again. There's life. Okay, let's. Oh, I ran out of memory. My leg fell asleep. I don't have a lot of time. Let's just try and get through this video. We're back, okay? We're back. I hope y'all see the pain I'm going through. Somebody out there is praying on my downfall. They did not want this video to get made, but guess what? It's here. Subscribe so you get more. We're almost done with the eyes, okay? So whoop-de-whoop. So whoop-de-whoop. We finished exchanging phone numbers, and he texts me like right away, okay? Like ASAP. ASAP. Like, he wanted to make sure your girl had his phone number. So he's like, boom, let's call him Carlos, because he's Dominican. So we're gonna call him Carlos, even though that's not his name. But I'm not gonna air him out. It's not today. Carlos went ahead and texted me right away, and so I was like, okay. And then he just started asking me all these like weird random questions, like, you know, I mean, at first it wasn't weird or anything. Let me not lie, because, you know, basically, let me just tell y'all, you know how sometimes the way there's always something about someone sometimes that you just cannot overlook, right? Like certain things, certain qualities. Like for me, if you have a really annoying voice, I probably just will not be able to get past it, and I'll just find a reason to cut you off. And it's not your fault, you know what I'm saying? You're born with the voice you have, right? But I mean, I don't have to listen to it. And that was the case with Carlos, right? His voice was, he just was way cuter before he spoke. Let me just say that. He was so much cuter to me before he opened his mouth. Because, I'm sorry, but once he started to speak, I low-key kind of thought he was gay a little bit. You know, and I'm just like, huh? a lot of the guys that I've spoken to out here, they sound kind of like, you know, and so I don't know why, because in other areas where I've lived, they didn't sound like that, but out here in the Tampa area, boy, let me tell you. So when I heard his voice, I kind of was already turned off, but at this point, I already had told him, like, you know, he could get my number and stuff. Because at first I was like, am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm hearing things. So let me not be too judgmental. So, like I said, he texts my phone and we're just having regular conversation at first. But then it starts to get real explicit really fast. Like, basically, if not the same night, the next night. And matter of fact, where's my phone? Because I need to pull up receipts for this video. Dang, where is my phone, bro? Hey Siri, find my phone. Because there are receipts that y'all need to hear. Okay, I don't know where it is.
It's nearby. Pinging your...
Okay, I love having a watch. If y'all don't have a watch for anything, at least have it to find your phone. And for my workouts. So anyway, like I said, basically he was just really annoying. His voice just, well, his voice was really annoying, but I still was like, let me just overlook it. Maybe I'll get used to it, right? Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe I'll get used to it. Okay, sorry if y'all can't see. Sorry. So anyway, he texts me. We're having small talk here and there, and then like I said, the conversation starts to get explicit almost immediately, and that is such a turn off. But one thing I will say though is that I like the fact that he didn't wait to text me. You know, like, you know how this generation is just real toxic. How long should I wait to text somebody? Or before I text them back? If you like them, text them. Like, why do you need to put a time frame on how soon you text someone back? That's just a sign that you don't even need to be dating if you're gonna be playing those type of games. Like, I don't, what? If I like you, you're gonna hear from me the same day. Okay, you're gonna hear from me right away. We're not wasting time because it is not guaranteed, honey. You could get my number and then get hit by a bus an hour later and you hadn't even gotten to text me yet. Like, what? You better message me so I can come to your funeral. But anyways, so I did like that he was like really excited to talk to me or whatever. I'm just like, still got it. So like I said, it got really explicit real fast, and that's where the turn off began. He would say things like,
you know, I want to take you out and then you could be my dessert.
I'm just like, now mind you, I already told you how he sounded to me. So imagine a dude that looks cute, but his voice just don't match him at all, and he's talking to you in this manner. I just was so turned off, right? But I'm just like, okay, let's try and get past this voice. Let's try and get past it, because if we can get past this voice, then we can get past whatever. So anyway, because we're doing voice audio, so I should probably mention that, because y'all probably like, if you're texting, how are you hearing him talk? So yeah, we were doing voice audios, because one thing about me is I'm not a good texter. I prefer to actually talk on the phone, but if you don't like to talk, then we can meet in the middle and do voice audio. I get all my friends to do that now. It's like the best thing. Let me know in the comment section if you do that. Do you use voice memos or voice audios, whatever they're called? Or do you prefer to just straight up text? Or are you someone who likes to be on the phone or FaceTime? So anyway, he would be trying to FaceTime me, and I would not want to FaceTime him. Like, I already know that it wasn't going to go far, because again, if I like you, I'm trying to talk to you. I'm trying to see when we're going to hang out. I'm trying to FaceTime you. I'm trying to do whatever with you, okay? You are the priority now. But if I don't like you, I'm gonna give you every excuse under the sun for why we can't hang out, why I'm too busy to talk to you. Like, it is what it is. For men or women, I feel like it goes both ways. If you have to ask somebody how they feel about you, they're not for you. They're just with you to have fun. So yeah, that's one thing I definitely learned. You'll never have to ask someone who genuinely likes you, and you know, that shows you that they like you, how they feel about you. So if that question ever crosses your mind, don't even bother asking them. You've already answered it yourself. So anyway, this guy, he proceeds to keep texting me, audio me, messaging me stuff. And then one thing he kept doing, which I despise of, is he kept asking me for pictures. I kept telling him I don't like to take pictures. Like, it's one thing that I'm taking pictures for like social media and stuff, but like, for whatever reason, I just don't like to take pictures of myself and keep on my phone. Like, I just don't do that. Like, I just don't. I really don't. Like, if I take pictures, it's because I think I look cute in my makeup that day, and I'll take a whole bunch of them to look through later on for which ones I'm going to post on social media. But anyway, he's like, so you mean to tell me you that pretty and you don't have no pictures? You don't have no pictures? I'm like, what is up with this dude and wanting pictures? So I kept telling him, no, I don't send pictures. Like, I don't do that. So... and it wasn't like no explicit pictures. It was just a regular picture. He just wanted a regular picture of me. Like, what? No, I'm not sending you no picture. Like, stop asking me. So he would let it go, and then we would continue talking, and then he would bring up the pictures again. And I'm just like, yo, what is up with this dude wanting pictures? Like, I'm not sending you no pictures, bro. Like, quit asking me. It was kind of like a cycle, a repetitive thing he would do for a few days. So I think by like day 3 or day 4, I just gave in. I just sent him an old picture in my phone that I had, but it was the same wig that I was wearing. So he thought it was recent, but it wasn't. And so I sent that to him, and I was like, there you go. Don't ask me for no more pictures. He was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Why would you not want to share this with the world? I'm just like, yo, this dude's corny. Why would I not want to share this with the world? What? Okay, boy. Okay. Alright, y'all. I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera because that's a dub. That's a dub right there. I'm not going to be able to do that. Hold on. And tell the story. I'm not going to be able to do that. Yeah, I think I like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that and then just blend out the edge with a black eyeshadow. Yeah. Yeah. That looks good. I like it. I like it. Okay, so anyways, back to the story. So homeboy just kept asking for pictures, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So like I said, finally gave in and just gave him an old picture that I had from who knows how long ago, wearing the same wig, right? So then I'm gonna say by this point, it was like a week that we had each other's numbers, and we've been kind of texting here and there. He would literally text me every morning, good morning beautiful, good morning queen, good morning, some kind of catchphrase. And at first I was like, cool or whatever, but then I was starting to get annoyed, and this is how I knew I really didn't like him. Because if it was somebody I really liked, I would have been like, oh yeah, he's so sweet, he calls me queen every morning. So I would say like a week and a half, oops, sorry y'all, I would say like a week and a half into talking, I remember he called, and I was just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna answer. So I answered or whatever, and then it was just really like weird. Like the conversation was just weird. It wasn't dry. It was just like I didn't really know what to talk about because I really didn't want to talk to him, you know. So the conversation was just kind of awkward, and it was just very much a lot of the same stuff that he was doing in the text messages, talking to him. I'm gonna like imagine, you know, I want to try reenacting, but I'm too petty. No, I'm not gonna do it. It was like, girl, you sound so good on the phone. I'm like, that's all I'm gonna say. It was a lot of that. Just very like, girl, you sound so good on the phone. I was just like, I can't. I gotta get off this call. So I said something, and I was just like, okay, well, I gotta go because I gotta get up early for work, blah blah blah, and whatever. And he's like, you always working, and I'm just like, well, you're not paying my bills, are you? You go buy it for me? You go buy it? I didn't think so. Now mind you, during this whole process, right, I had at the time because like I said, I moved to Tampa area, and I had my bed set saying, okay, I was paying off my bed set, right? So the store that I had gotten it from picked up my bed set for me, and I strategically did this, right? So basically, to save myself having to figure out how to move this bed set from Orlando to here, I said, okay, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them hold my bed set since it's still under contract with them. It's technically their property still. So I'm going to, see, when you know your contracts and your legal ramifications, you can use it to your advantage. So basically I used them to come pick up the bed set from the house, had them hold it at their store, and I told them, oh, I'll probably be moving back here in like a month or two, so if y'all could just hold it there and I'll still make my payments on the bed set. I stretched out those payments on purpose so that I could use them for this for this moment. So they came and got my bed set, right? So then a month turned into 2, turned into 4, and like I said, I've been here a year and a half. So when it got to like the 6-month mark, they were like, so when are you coming to get your bed set? And I'm just like, oh, I'm coming. Like, I realistically thought I was coming back. I really did. But then when the whole house situation wasn't working out, I was like, damn, I don't know when I'm coming back, and these people really want me to get that bed set. So it was so bad to the point that the store changed GMs, right? I had no idea. So one day I call, I'm like, yo, where's Tony? And they're like, Tony, he's been gone for a while. I'm like, oh, wow, who, is my bed set still there? Is the store still open? They're like, yeah, it's still here. You that girl that they've been trying to call? I was like, dang, y'all been talking about me? So basically I was telling him about how I had to move my bed set. You know what this fool told me? This fool said, oh, you trying to move it? I said, yeah, I gotta find a storage for it, blah blah blah. He said, oh, you can move it to my house and I'll just charge you like da 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 to keep it in my garage. First of all, I don't know you to be giving you my things to hold for me, right? Like, we barely know each other. Like, we've been talking all of what, 2 weeks? Second of all, if you like me, why are you charging me? Third, if I told you that I don't even know how I'm gonna get it over here yet, why didn't you at least offer to help me figure that out or suggest a way to get it over? All you worried about is how to make money off of me. And when I heard that, I was like, I hear greed. So I didn't really like that response. I know that might be petty, probably because I'm trying to find a reason not to like him. Some of y'all might think that, but I'm just like, I didn't like that response. I really didn't, because I'm sorry, if it was me and I liked somebody and they're talking to me, well, first of all, I'm not even going to offer my place, but if I do, I would be like, I'll temporarily offer it for X amount of time, but if you can't find a place after, then I may have to charge you a small fee or something like that, you know, something. I didn't like that. I did not like that at all. It was such a turn off. Anyways, let me do this other eye because I don't know how to tell the story and do my makeup. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So anyways, y'all, this is such a long story. I'm sorry. So anyways, that was like another red flag or thing that I didn't like about him, right? So then there was a point where, because when we met, it was during the winter months in Florida, even though, okay, we can't really say Florida has winter, but there are some cold days sometimes, okay? We do have cold days here. And so there was a period I didn't work for like a day or two. I got really sick, and basically it was during a time frame where we had set up to meet up. And he was like, oh, you just making excuses because you don't want to talk to me, blah, 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 blah. Because, you know, I have been telling my friends about the reservations that I was having, and they were like, just try to overlook them, be nice. Because they know I can be a little picky. I mean, with good reason. So anyway, I was just like, okay. So, you know, but this was legit. I was really sick. I was not feeling well, all of that. And so I told him, I was like, you know, I'm not really feeling good. Can we just reschedule for another day? And this was like the second time that we had rescheduled already in like a week. And so he was like, you don't like me. No. I was like, it's not bad. It is. But I was you know, like I said, because I felt like maybe I am being a little too much. So that's why I was trying to be nice, but then all his antagonizing just made it easier for me to not like him. But anyway, I was like, no, like legit, I really am sick and I need just like a couple days to like just rest or whatever. And we can reschedule, I promise you, I'm so sorry. And then another thing that I did not like is that when we were planning our date or whatever to meet up at a restaurant, or not meet up, but to go to the restaurant, he kept trying to get my address. And I am so glad I'm adamant on not giving out my address when I meet people for the first time. Y'all will hear why later in the story. But yeah, he was just like, I mean, I could just come pick you up or whatever. And I was just like, no. I don't know. It's like sometimes I'll let people pick me up. But then if I, for whatever reason, if it crosses my mind just one time that I shouldn't give him my address, I won't do it. I don't care. But then there's other times I've actually given my address and it, you know, nothing crazy happened. But this guy, I don't know what it was, but something said do not let him pick you up from the house. And on top of that, my mom's house, so I don't want, like, if any guy gets crazy or something, I don't want them coming over here starting problems at her place, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was just a place that I was staying at by myself, my own apartment or whatever, okay, fine, I can deal with you, but don't be bringing that stuff to my mom's house. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So for those reasons, I definitely didn't want to give out the address. So I told him, I was like, no, you don't have to come pick me up. I was like, I don't really know you like that anyway. So I was like, I can just Uber there, because at the time my old car that I had was having problems. And so I don't have the car that I have now. And I didn't want to like risk my car breaking down to go on this date or whatever. So I was like, I'll just Uber to you. He said, you don't have to Uber, I'll come pick you up. I'm just like, no, it's okay, it's okay. But he was so insisting on picking me up. So finally I was just like, okay, you can come pick me up in the front of my neighborhood, which is like way on the opposite side. It's nowhere near my house. So I was like, yeah, you could just pick me up from the front, and I'll give you the name of the neighborhood on the day that we're going. I was like, you're not gonna get this info. I don't care. So he's like, dang, why are you so overprotective? I was like, overprotective? If that's what it is, then that's what it is. I don't care what you think, but I have a right to protect myself, okay? And the people that I am surrounded by. So whether it was just me or me and other people, if I don't want you to have my address, you're not gonna have it, and that's that. So another turn off. Like, he's so pushy. Like, he is so pushy. There's a difference between being there's a difference between being persistent and being pushy. He was being pushy. At first I thought it was persistence, but no, he's just a pushy individual. And then when I would tell him certain things, he'd be like, yeah, you know what, my ex used to tell me that, my ex used to tell me that. And I used to be like, you might want to have listened to your ex if you're hearing it from someone else who barely knows you. Just saying. So anyway, now let's get to this face, right? Because I've been sitting here doing these eyes forever. I'm gonna do my lashes later. I always do my lashes like at the end. I don't know why, but I do. So anyway, oh, I don't even know how I'm gonna put this foundation on, because I don't have, I'm gonna just use this, I don't care, whatever. I don't know if that's really important. So, okay. Alright, so anyway, we rescheduled the date, and y'all, this foundation looks like it's too red for my undertone, but we're just gonna make it work, because, oh, it is so red. Oh my gosh. It is so red. We're gonna have to fix this when we do the contouring and all that. Wow, that's crazy. It is super red. Hopefully this dries down darker. Y'all, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I do not like this. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. Yeah, we're gonna fix this when we contour, for sure. Wow. The blending is getting worse. I look like a tomato. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's worse. It's worse before it gets better. So we just gonna. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is absolutely insane. I look like a whole tomato. I look like somebody put ketchup in my foundation and just went to work. This is crazy. Do I look concerned? I am. Okay, so basically let's kind of like recap where we are. So we met at the Chinese restaurant, exchanged numbers. His voice was giving very much sweetness, persistent at first, turned into aggravation, kept egging me on for pictures, picture every day till I finally gave him one picture, talked on the phone. He was very much like trying to get explicit and stuff on the phone and through text message from Jump, like so annoying. We scheduled the date twice because first time I couldn't make it and the second time I was sick. He kept annoying me talking about I was just changing the plans because I was not interested, which really was the case, but I was just trying to spare his feelings, but okay. And yeah, and then he was persistent about getting my address to my house even though I kept telling him no. Okay, yeah, so that's where we are with the story. So anyway, I stuck to my guns and he did not get the address. That was one thing he was not going to get. So we finally had plans to go on this date, right? So like I said, he always used to text all the time, every morning, like clockwork at some point. Because he coached baseball in the morning or something like that. So, oh my god, my face is so red, y'all. I really hope I can fix this. But he coached baseball and or coaches, I think he still does it. And yeah, so he used to have an early start to his day. So he would always text me. So this particular day, I did not get a text from him. And
Okay, something important to mention here because I'm not sure what happened to the clip. Just seems like this whole little segment just disappeared. I don't know why. But anyway, Carlos had two jobs, okay? So he did in fact do coaching and he had a second job is his primary job, which is in housing. So I forgot that part and I kind of mixed those details up. So he does the coaching in the afternoons after he gets off from the housing job, right? Now, with the housing job, he has to wake up pretty early, like at the crack of dawn, much earlier than I'm required to. And Carlos, he's the type of person that would prefer to wait to message you when he thinks that you'll be interacting with him rather than send you the text message when he's up and then just wait for you to text him back. Like that's just his character. And I picked up on that very early on. I know it's crazy. So, anyway, remember that detail, okay? So, fast forward to the next morning, wake up and I see that there is a text message waiting for me from a number that is not saved in my phone. It has the local area code, which is 813 here, but it's not saved in my phone. So I thought that was weird. And then I opened it to see like who it's from. And it says, "Hey, this is Carl. I got a new number." And I'm just like, Carlos? So now the wheels are turning because, I just told y'all. For one, why are you texting me so early knowing I'm not going to respond to you? Because then a follow up text message did come up like maybe 30 minutes after that one. I don't know. It was weird. So, anyway, number one, the message came in early. Number two, the phone number is not a number I know, and you changed it without telling me. Because this dude, he's the type of person, he will tell you what he's doing. Like, you'll know his moves before he do them. That's the type of guy. So I'm just thinking like this is weird. And then number three is why are you addressing yourself as Carl? You've never abbreviated your name before, right? Because he has one of those type of names where like if his name was Anthony, you could be called Ant, right? He had one of those type of names. So I'm just like, what? This is all strange. Like it's just a whole bunch of unknowns happening here, and I'm not liking it. So I don't know. Call it overthinking. I call it intuition. But this is pretty much where my thought process was. And then the rest of the story continues.
Hey, this is da da da. I got a new phone number. Now, you already know I was born, but not yesterday. So when I saw this text message, the radar was going off because I'm just like, he didn't even indicate that he was gonna change his phone number. So why all of a sudden is he texting me from a different phone number? And initially I wasn't gonna reply, and then I thought about it, and then I was like, I'm not gonna reply because I feel like something is up. Automatically I felt like something was up. So hold on, y'all. I actually have to look up the text message there because I want to make sure I'm not lying when I tell y'all this part. Ooh, starting to get fixed. I'm going in with a foundation, a powder foundation. That's my natural shade, and it's definitely doing what it's supposed to do. Yes, now we're looking like a baddie again. Ain't never been with a better. Like 3 hours later, like around 10, 11 in the morning, I get another text from the same new number that says, "What you doing today?" And I still didn't respond. So then I want to say an hour from the second text message, let me show you. An hour or so after getting the what you doing, this is the text message I received. And I'm just like, what is this? What is this? So let me read y'all what this text message says, okay? Because I can't remember. So it says, "I'm not sure why Carlos is writing you off here, but this is his girlfriend. This is his girlfriend. He got shook up when I seen a message he has sent you telling you to pull up to his house November 2nd. Ah, so before I even read the rest of this, let me even.
So before I continue, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but it's been driving me nuts this entire video, and it's the unblended concealer right above my eyebrow. No, I did not notice it while I was filming. Yes, I'm aware of it now that I'm editing, but I cannot go to the past and blend it out. I'm sure if I would have noticed it, I would have blended it out, but my OCD just made me mention that because I'm sure someone else will notice it as well. So we're just going to have to suffer through this video together, okay? I'm sorry.
Let me even hone in a little bit further, right? So I remember there was one time he was like, "Well, what you doing? I'm bored. Come hang out with me. We can watch a movie or something." And I was just like, no. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was just something that always just kept telling me no. And like I said, most times, you know, I don't have that feeling when it comes to these dudes or whatever. So it was just really interesting that there was something always telling me, don't go over there. Don't bring your stuff to that man's house. Don't let him know where you live. Don't involve yourself with him pretty much. And not just because of the voice thing, but it was just like the intuition just kept coming back and telling me. And you gotta listen to it, sis, okay? You just can't be out here moving crazy. If the intuition is telling you something, listen. So anyways, I'm just thinking, like, what if I actually would have gone to his house and hung out with him and old girl would have popped up? Like, you don't know how these girls are. This girl probably could have been crazy. And the thing was, the house he was staying at was his parents' vacation house. Or, not really vacation house, but like, they lived in New York still. And they planned on moving down to Florida within the next year or two. He just happened to move down here before them. So he's basically staying in their house until they officially move down. So he has the house to himself, but then he said something about he has some cousins or something from somewhere, like a cousin and an uncle or whatever, that needed a place to stay. And when they found out he had moved down here, they moved in with him. which he didn't tell me until the day he was trying to get me to hang out. So I'm just like, I don't like that. I don't like when people spring up situations out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there are people at your house, let me know ahead of time. Like, don't be trying to tell me last minute that there's people at your house. I don't like that. Going back to the text message, let me go ahead and finish reading the rest of it. So then it says, obviously you don't know about me, so I'm not coming at you any type of way, but he's swearing up and down it was a joke and that y'all are friends. I'm a joke? I'm a joke now? I'm a meme? Okay, continue. This boy a liar, so can you just let me know what's up? When did you guys meet? Can you send me screenshots of his text to you, because he deleted everything and I'm tired of this shit. He making me seem crazy, but I know I saw that text. How do I find myself in the middle of a scandal? This is so funny. This boy lied straight up from the beginning, because first of all, when we met and he told me he just moved down here from New York, he said he hadn't been here that long, right? Like maybe a couple of months. But he made it seem like he just got here and he know absolutely no one. Then all of a sudden, he has family that lives around here. Then all of a sudden, the family lives with him. It's just like, as we continue talking, I just picked up how the narrative just kept changing as we continued to converse. And that was another thing that was turning me off. So I was just like, this guy always got a different story than what he told me before. And he don't think I know or picked up on it, but I'm not going to say anything because I just want to see how many more lies he's going to tell me, basically.
And basically, I just wanted to gather more evidence. I just wanted to see how many more lies he would tell so that I would eventually confront him either via text message or at the dinner. The dinner was going to be the deadline, and I knew it was coming up within a few days, like 2 days maybe or something. So trust me, if this girl hadn't messaged me, I was going to bring up all of this stuff at the dinner. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have been obliged with my presence for a meal. But after the meal, I'm almost 100% sure we would have gone our separate ways. But when this girl popped up, this basically just solidified everything I just kept feeling. So there was no need to even confront him because she basically did all the work for me. See, this is why I don't swim. This is why I don't get in anybody's pool, especially the dating pool, because it doesn't have any chlorine in it. It hasn't killed all of the germs, the bacteria, the scum, okay? You stick a toe in and you're getting infected. Give me a towel, let me wipe off my toe, and send me back inside.
So I'm just like, I know she's not lying because she said November 2nd, and I went back to our conversation, and I definitely had texted him on November 2nd. I don't remember what I said, but I know we spoke on November 2nd. And I don't know, when I try to go back to the conversation on his phone number, the whole conversation doesn't pull up. Like the whole thread, like it only loads up to a certain point. I think it's because my memory is full on my phone, and it does that sometimes whenever my memory is full. But anyways, homegirl homegirl saw something, but it wasn't anything like, well, to me I feel like it wasn't anything crazy, but like obviously as his girlfriend, him just texting a girl is enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, and if anything was said out of pocket, like inappropriate, it was from his side, because like I told y'all, I wasn't trying to talk like that off a rip. At least, like, we're adults, we both are attracted to each other, we know that whatever will happen when it's supposed to happen, right? So can we talk about something else until then? Thank you. Let's not just talk about the obvious. So yeah. But anyways, I was just like, wow, this is really his whole girlfriend. And then I was like, I don't even think either he knows that she texted me, or he doesn't know and then she told him and he didn't even bother to try to defend himself. because when I got that text message, that was the last I ever heard of Carlos. He did not even try to save face, y'all. And that's how you know he ain't shit. So I sent old girl a nice little message, and I want y'all to put in the comments what y'all think I said to her. What do you think I told old girl? Honey. I'm just like, how? I'm literally minding my business, and he comes up to me. You approach me talking about you lonely out here, you don't know nobody, all this and that, only to have a whole girlfriend. Y'all are sick individuals. Y'all are really sick individuals. And y'all wonder why females be out here trying to use y'all niggas, because what else can we do with you? What else? This is what y'all do. Y'all lie about having a whole person in your life. You lie. And then when they catch you, you don't even try to defend yourself. That's how I know she's not lying. Because if she was some crazy ex or something that just happened to get in your phone, you would have been trying to, oh please, she's crazy, I don't know how she got my number. You really would have been trying to save face, but you did not say a word. That's how I know you're guilty. And even if you did try to save face, at this point, I probably even wouldn't want to even entertain it, because just the fact that she's still a problem for you means she'll be a problem for me. And I don't want problems. I only want peace in my life. Okay? So anyway, let me go ahead and read to y'all what I sent her. Let me just go ahead and read this real quick. So I put here, hey, because I didn't respond to her, because like she sent these messages at 10 a.m 11 a.m in the morning, like I told y'all. The first one was at 7, the second one was at 10, 3 hours later, and then the next one was like an hour. It was like an hour after that, when I hadn't responded to none of the messages. They just kept coming in. So then I saw the text messages, and I was just thinking, how all day, like, how should I respond to this person? Because like, clearly he's caught up in something that he's not supposed to be doing. I don't owe him anything, because he basically played me too. Because if I really would have liked him like that, I really would have been a side bitch. Like, you really think I'm side bitch material? You really tried me. And you over here talking about, oh, God makes no mistakes when he made you, and da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, you over here got a whole girlfriend. Okay. So this is what I said to her. So I said, hey, I saw your text message, but I just didn't have time to really deal with it until now. Okay. So I said, to be honest, I don't want to get in the middle of your drama, and I definitely had no idea that you were in the picture, but to be transparent and offer advice from woman to woman, because you know, we're not messy around here. We fix crowns, we don't snatch them. If a man is getting you out of character to the point that you're reaching out to other women with suspicions of him doing things that he shouldn't be doing as your man, that should be enough of an answer for you to leave him alone. He should not make you feel insecure or feel that the relationship is unstable, and the fact that you stated you're tired of this BS just confirms that this isn't the first time that he's put you in this position, and probably won't be the last. Again, it's just a sound word of advice. It's not meant to tell you what to do, because I know your feelings are involved, so it's tough to deal with. But I definitely pray for your peace. And then I put like a little brown heart. And that was the end of my message. So I think once she read that, she knew she wasn't going to get what she was asking for out of me. But she also knew I wasn't trying to start no problems, and that I was just literally a genuine person. I wasn't trying to be like on some ha-ha, your man's, you know, in my DMs or whatever. Well, not DMs, but, you know, texting me and blah, 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 blah. Because, like, could you imagine, like, if the girl, like, if I really sent her, like, audios and stuff that he sent me, her feelings would be crushed. her world will be crushed. I'm not trying to do that to the girl. She's already upset as it is from what she saw. She know what she saw. She did not need my confirmation. She know what she saw. And the fact that she texted me was already enough proof, because where would he have gotten the number from? Where else would he have gotten it from? He wasn't booking no makeup appointment, that's for sure. So yeah, y'all. The pool definitely has piss in it. And I don't know how to do story times and do makeup at the same time, clearly, because I'm not even done with my makeup. So what do y'all think? Okay, yeah, so I went ahead and put my lashes on off camera since the story is basically done. But just imagine, I still have to do lip gloss and blush, so let me be doing that while I'm talking. Wow. Okay, so just imagine though if I actually would have gone to this guy's house. Like, old girl would have popped up on us, right? She would have popped up on us, and no telling what she would have done. Imagine if I would have given him my address. Now she would have had my mom's address, and she could have popped up over here with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Again, these are all reasons why I do what I do. If you feel uncomfortable going somewhere, don't do it. If there's a feeling of anything, just don't do it, because you never know. That could be God saving you. Like, even though it wasn't him that was crazy, he had a crazy girlfriend that he was hiding from me. So now he's putting me in a situation, right? Because I'm the innocent, unsuspecting person going over to have a good time with someone that I like, and then come to find out he got a whole person that he's still dealing with. And then imagine if my stuff was still at his house. Oh. Telling you, men ain't shit. And it's just like they don't know how to just be respectful, bro. Like, if you see an opportunity that you want to take with another person, end it with the person you're with now. If you cannot end a situation before moving on to the next, that's how you know that's a good situation to be in. If you don't want to let it go to be in the next relationship, then why are you even trying to entertain something else? Man, I have a lot of crazy dating stories from like back in the day though, because I haven't been in the current dating world in about but I haven't been in the current dating world in like 5 years. That's crazy, right? And then when I inadvertently get back in, that's what I get. But that's okay, because the dating pool had piss in it, because I'm not claiming any more of that nonsense. Okay? That's the last time I'm gonna deal with some bullshit. Since him, I did meet somebody else, but he was really boring. But I mean, he wasn't a bad guy or anything. We just didn't match. He was cool. He liked anime. But he was just really boring. Like, that guy, he was, these are the only two experiences I had in the dating scene in the last 5 years, was in the last, like, 3 to 4 months of 2021. And then I was like, no more. 2 times was enough for me. But yeah, he was a nice guy. He was really fine, y'all. He was fine. And yeah, but he was just really boring. Like, the only reason we went on a date was because I suggested it, right? I mean, he still paid. He came and picked me up. I gave him my address and everything. Like, I didn't feel insecure about that one. Like, I don't know. But like I said, it's iffy. Like, other guy, I was not willing to give it at all. But this guy, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know? But he came and picked me up. He was a gentleman, all of that. But he was just really boring. Like I said, he didn't even suggest going on a date until I said something. But I chose the restaurant. He let me pick the restaurant, and he paid. I paid, you know, whatever I wanted. He bought it. He was a perfect gentleman. Like, you could tell he was really shy. Like, he hadn't been on a date in a minute, and he always talked about how girls used to dump him all the time. And I was just like, what? He's like at him like, why would anyone want to dump you? But then as I started talking to him, I was like, I see why. He's just really, he's an extreme, like I thought I was introverted at times. He's extremely introverted. And it sucks because he is really fine and he's a really nice guy. But he's just so boring. Like, he doesn't get out of the house. He didn't, like, I understand if you're a homebody, but you don't want to go out anywhere at all. Like, let's plan to go paintballing or do some kind of activity, something fun. He didn't even want to do that. He just wanted to chill in the house. Like, I could chill in the house at home by myself. I don't want to come to your house and just chill in the house when I'm first getting to know you. This is supposed to be the most adventurous times for us to look back on. When we start running out of things to do, that's when we start chilling with each other or moving together, you know? Like, he was just really, really boring. So, unfortunate situation. And I literally ended that the day I got my car, New Year's Eve. Because I was like, you know what? I don't want to carry any situations into the new year that I don't genuinely want to be in. So I just sent him a message letting him know that I wasn't interested in moving forward with him into the new year, but I wished him much success. I'm just really growing as a person. I realized that, like, look at me being nice to these guys. Oof. The old me would have just been like, well, like, I'm over here giving them well wishes and things of that nature. But yeah, and that's been my dating experience. There goes my pool. And this is the final look. So let me know what y'all think. The name of this lipstick, I actually really like this color. It is from Morphe. I don't know if y'all could see that, but it is from Morphe, and the color is Sweet Tea. I hate sweet tea, but this tea right here, I like it. So anyway, let me know if y'all like the makeup look. Let me know if you enjoyed the story. I have to get better. I have to get better at these. But anyway, the next video is going to be a true crime one, because I know a lot of y'all wanted the true crime, so I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. It's coming. If you have a story that you want to share and you want me to tell it like in third person, I could totally do that, right? Just send it to me via email. My email's in the description box, or you can DM it to me on Instagram. Either one. Preferably email. Yeah, that way you can tell me everything, and you can be like, I will remain anonymous, but here's my crazy dating experience, blah, 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 blah. And we can share it. It'll be so much fun. Anyway, I again hope you enjoyed the story, and I'm so glad to be back, and I will be here more often. So yeah, anyways, bye. Okay, I'm done finally. This is so bad. That's why the mirror is always broken.